So this is a Corsair Sabre V3 Pro Ultralight wireless. This is only 36 grams. To put this in perspective, the charging cable that comes with this is heavier than this. So Corsair's been making mouses for a while, however, I've not used them just because I just didn't like them and they were just really not that comfy until today. But my real question is, since this is aimed for the more esports competitive mouses, can it compete with my favorite mouse, the Razer Viper V3 Pro or the Logitech Superlight wireless? So I already talked about the weight being 36 grams for the standard version. However, there's two other versions of this mouse, which is the carbon fiber version, which weighs at 55 grams, and the magnesium alloy that weighs at 56 grams. For me, if I was gonna get a mouse, I would definitely get the lighter version, so I think the standard version is probably the better value. So for the shape, this is actually pretty symmetrical, and this is definitely smaller than the Razer Viper V3 Pro. So if I had to describe it, is if the Razer Viper V3 Pro made a mini version of the mouse, it would almost be like this mouse, and I'm honestly really impressed because this feels really good in the hand. So for grip types, since this is a small to medium mouse, you could only use this as fingertip or claw grip, and it would be really hard to do a palm grip with this mouse, especially if you have larger hands. It's really easy to adapt to this mouse if you've used any symmetrical mouses out there. So the build quality is actually okay. They used really thin plastic to build this mouse, which makes sense to cut the weight of the mouse, and it's still better than having holes in the mouse. But since it's thin, unless you're extremely strong like Thor and you literally squeeze your mouse, this is honestly okay. I still think it's better than having holes on it. And I forgot to mention, inside the box, this comes with extra grip tape, and it also comes with larger skates. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on the gaming portion of this review. The sensor they use is the Corsair Marksman S. This, I don't know if this is a new sensor, but it goes all the way up to 33,000 dpi for really good accuracy and smoothness. And 33,000 dpi, I know no one really uses 33,000 dpi, but it's there if you need them. But I'm pretty sure it's just there for the sensor accuracy. And I've used this mouse for a while, and tracking and gaming with this mouse, I had no problems with the accuracy. So for clicks, this is rated at 100 million clicks. I feel like the clicks are just okay. It's not as clicky, or it doesn't travel that much, but it's definitely not as crispy as the Viper V3 Pro. So here's a sound test of the V3 Pro and the Corsair Sabre V2. So this mouse also goes all the way up to 8,000 Hertz polling rate. If you do the 8,000 Hertz polling rate, the battery only lasts 17 hours. And I don't think that's good, just because 8,000 Hertz polling rate is a huge hit to your CPU, and it will give you like a lot less gaming performance. However, it is there if you need it. The happy medium for me is 2,000 Hertz, and that gives me really decent battery life, and it's just something I use for basically gaming. It has a good happy medium of better than 1K polling, and you're not gonna get a hit to your CPU. For connectivity, you get a 2.4 gigahertz dongle that actually clips onto your mousepad. Kind of weird setup, but hey, it works. Unfortunately, there's no Bluetooth on this mouse like the other mouses out there. That makes sense because that A, cuts down on weight, and B, since this is aimed for competitive gaming, using it in Bluetooth mode would give you extra latency, so that's okay. For battery life, like I mentioned earlier, if you play on 1,000 Hertz, this will last you 70 hours, which is pretty decent. And if you play in 8,000 Hertz, this would last you only 16 hours. So again, 2,000 Hertz or 4,000 Hertz probably better. But for me, I can't distinguish a difference of 2,000 and 4,000 Hertz, and it would just give you a better battery life. I've played on this for about a week and I haven't had to charge, and that's with me using 2000 Hertz. So for software, this is actually very cool because I haven't had an item that does this yet. So first, it doesn't use Corsair IQ, so it only has a web app. So there's good and bad because A, if you don't really have to use Corsair IQ, then that is a plus. But B, the downside of not having to use Corsair IQ is if you are somewhere with no internet, then you can't actually change the settings of your mouse. So for me, it's a pro and a con. Once you set your mouse, then I guess you would never really have to change the settings of your mouse. So it's really not that bad. If you want IQ, then I don't think they support it yet, but I think sometime in the future, they will enable IQ support for this mouse. So let me talk about the gaming performance of this mouse, because honestly, this is probably why you are watching this video, and you need to decide if you are going to pick this mouse up and what's the experience like when gaming with them. So to be honest with you, I've never used a mouse this light. The lightest mouse I've used is about 56 grams. And jumping from 56 grams to 36 grams is honestly a noticeable difference. And honestly, I really like it. So my favorite mouse is the Viper V3 Pro. I never thought I would find a replacement for the mouse because I just really love it. But after using this mouse, I've noticed how slow the skates are on the Viper V3 Pro that I actually bought new skates for the Viper V3 Pro just to match how this feels. The skates on here are extremely fast and it's so easy to control. So the problem with using a mouse this light, it's so easy to overshoot your enemies because you literally can almost feel nothing when using this mouse. It's so light. But to combat that, I noticed that if you use a control mouse like the Artisan Type 99, then it solves all that problem. And it actually became my favorite mousepad. I created a video, I think it was my last video, where I mentioned that my favorite two gaming mouses is the FX0 and the Type 99. But for the Viper V3 Pro, I preferred the FX0 just because it was a lot easier to move and it was easier to micro adjust. And when I was using the V3 Pro on the Type 99, I always got stuck. But now with this lightweight mouse and skates that move fairly fast, it's now the opposite. Like the Type 99 is actually my favorite mousepad right now because it's so easy to micro adjust and the stopping power is just so good. My aim has never been better. And I highly suggest if you do pick up this mouse that you also get a control pad. It would work so good. And for this time, my favorite combo at the moment is the Corsair Sabre V2 Pro Ultralight Wireless and the Artisan Type 99 for competitive esports gaming like Valorant or CS2. So let's wrap this up. Let's talk about who this mouse is honestly for. So if you are a hardcore FPS gamer that wants the lightest mouse from a major brand, then this is it until they make a lighter version of the Viper V3 Pro or the Superlight. And honestly, it's such a great experience. But if this is a mouse that you think that can do it all for you, if you have two computers, a laptop, then the lack of Bluetooth is not cool. However, it makes sense because this is a competitive mouse. And if you just had two computers, it's so easy to get another mouse. Or use a KVM switch, that would also work. But again, this is a good recommendation for me if you're wanting a major brand. But there are other mouses that are lighter out there from off brands like Lamzu maybe, or Pulsar. But for me, I really enjoyed using this mouse and I will be using it a lot. It just depends on the day. So let me know what you think. Is 36 grams too light? And if you've used the 55 gram version of this mouse with the carbon fiber or magnesium alloy, please let me know. Which one do you prefer? Comment down below if you also want me to check those out. So again, thanks for watching. We finally hit 1K. We're actually on the road to 2K. So I appreciate the support, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.